Hey YouTubers, I'm back. Did a couple of search on YouTube about installing a Burris Fire3 onto a FNX 45 Tactical and found a couple, but there was just a lot of questions on the comment part as far as is it going to work, what plate should I use, and all the good stuff. So I decided, hey, I'm just going to do a quick video for you guys. This is the FNX with the Burris Fire3 on it. Fits perfect. It will co-witness the iron sights. Yes, you have to install it onto the plate and then onto the slide. The gun comes with two plates. There's a fat one and a narrow one. You will install it on the narrow one. Burris Fire3 comes with this adapter where you're able to mount it onto the Picatinny rail, and so if you match it up, this is pretty narrow and this is a lot wider. So you will use the other plate, the narrow plate that comes with the FN, and it should install with no problems whatsoever on it. I think on the FN they give you 3 sets of different screws. There's 2 types that has like kind of a flat hexa wrench on it, like an Allen wrench. I used the shorter one. The longer one didn't sit flush onto the Burris, so I ended up using the shorter one, and it was fine. There was enough thread on it to get onto the slide. The Burris Fire3 is a little bit different from the 2 because now you don't need to get into the back of the Burris to lock down the adjustments. The way they did it is similar to the Trichicon RMR, where you just have your elevation and your windage, and it's a hard rotation. It clicks. So once you install it, set it, co-witnessed it with the iron sights, and you are good to go. And a lot of people will probably ask, how is it holding up? Is there a big difference between the Burris and the RMR? I had an RMR, the one with the fiber running on top. Got rid of it because I just couldn't justify spending, $500 on a red dot. That's gonna cost as much as buying a Glock 17 or something. So I picked up a used Burris Fire3. It works perfect. The only thing that's I don't like about the Burris compared to the Trichicon is just the way they did the housing on it. The edge on this is pretty sharp compared to the RMR. The RMR, it's wider and they kind of smooth out and they rolled out the edges all around, whereas this is a hard edge. And so the only problem you might face is, sometimes you're clearing a stovepipe or something, and if you're running your hand to clear the shell and then you're going to slingshot the slide back, it might just cut you a little bit here, but besides that, everything else is good. The body is aluminum, it's not plastic. I like this better than the dual fiber one from Trichicon, because with the Burris, there's 4 settings on this now. You have the automatic setting, and then you have the high, medium, and low. So I think retail you can get it for $200, and if you want the wow factor, then get the RMR. If you want something that's gonna work on the weapon, just try the Burris, and if you don't like it, I'm sure you can always sell it or stick it on something else and then pick up the RMR. Besides that, that's pretty much it. The Burris is nice now because now the battery is right on top here, so you don't have to remove this at all. Once it's installed, just Loctite this sucker in, and I think you're good to go. You need to replace the battery, then you just remove. The battery compartment's right here, boom, out, pop in another battery, and you're good to go. I don't think the adjustment's going to move on you at all compared to the older ones. The older ones didn't click. That's why you had to lock it in from the rear. So now the way they did it is, it's a lot harder to adjust, and you don't need to lock them down. Let's see what else. But that's pretty much it. The Burris Fire3 will come with the plate adapter where you're able to put it on a rifle or something, and then it has a hood on it. You can't use the hood on the FN because it won't slide back here, but it's basically just a shroud to keep dirt and stuff out. You can put it on, a 22 or something like that, and that would be cool. But that's pretty much it. 100% it will mount onto your FN X45 tag or the FNP 45 tag with the plate, and yes, it will cold witness the iron sights. The plate that you need to use, you would have one fat one and a narrow one. Run the narrow one. The shorter flat screws, boom boom, and that should be it. Loctite that sucker down and you're good to go. So hopefully this will help guys that are thinking of dropping $500-600 on a Trichicon or $200 on a Burris. You guys take care, and I will talk to you later.